Let's just listen here for a minute. Let's listen to what needs to be heard. I hear multiple different universes existing simultaneously that are coexisting with each other. You got different species of birds, red-winged blackbird. They're talking back and forth, they're connecting the dots. A little quantum entanglement there. There's a turkey down the street at the farm. There's a woodpecker. There's a car coming down the road. There's a blue jay over there. These are all separate universes, meaning their own little vortex, like Abraham Hicks talks about being in our vortex, which is our energy field. And we're in charge of that energy field. We're in charge of our little vortex, you know. So most of us, you know, think that when things outside of us change, we will change or we'll feel better. And that's the grand illusion right there. Because if that crow changes something, how does that affect my life? That doesn't. It's all in how we look at ourselves. It's all in how we feel about ourselves. And how much we appreciate ourselves. And just to get to a point to where we can understand to be grateful just to be here, to have this experience, because we get to experience all this stuff. As I hear so many people say. And adversity is necessary. Contrast. It's necessary. Because it causes us something that feels uncomfortable or not at ease. And our natural state of being is ease. You think about a baby, when a baby comes into the world, it's so close to its source energy that it knows instinctually that its little manifestation is granted, and that's usually to be fed or changed or whatever. And as we grow as a human, we start to take in what's around us. Whatever's going on around us, that starts creating our life, because from 0 to 7, that subconscious mind is wide open. Wide open. So think about this. You know, I'm at a point in my life where, especially right now, I'm going through some contrasting moments in my life, a little bit of adversity, but you know what? It shined my light right back in my face and said, hey, just because something seems to be what it is doesn't mean that's what it is. Nothing's as it seems. There's another way to look at it. Like Dr. Wayne Dyer said, when you take a look at something differently, what you look at changes, or however he said that. it's important to know that there's no set way to do this life. You know, we're all going through this. Something's going on. Something's different. The world is ending. The old earth, old ways are ending. You can label it what you want to label it. The way things have been done are changing, and that's all right. We need change. Look at the Industrial Revolution, 150 years ago, 160 years ago, whatever. You've had all these great new inventions and technology, and boom, that was expansion of consciousness back then. And I'm not certain about this. I'm not an astrologer, but I believe the astrology speaks of that, and now. And it's all right for change. I need change. I need to allow myself change. You know, and I don't like the word struggle, but I struggle with that. I struggle with allowing myself just to be happy, just be. I have the opportunity because of whatever I've been through in my life got me right here today, right now. I need to allow myself to really see this as I'm saying this. I'm awakening to it that, you know, I live a very abundant life. It doesn't always come how we pictured it in our mind. And as I'm saying this, I'm learning that I need to let go of the image of what I want and allow it to be a frequency, a vibration that I match up with, if that makes sense. Because that's what we are. Nikola Tesla talked about this, Bob Proctor talks about this, Dr. Joe Dispenza. The list goes on. Do your own research. There's so much technology and information out there. We really, really are living in the best of times. And I'm going to keep reminding myself that because I need that reminder. I need to practice that thought. You know, here we are in this side of the world, coming into spring. We're in spring, and I spend a lot of time with the animals, and they come and they listen to the guitar and they do their things, and they don't know what day it is or what year it is or any of this external stuff going on outside the deer. The deer knows the deer. The deer knows there's the field out there. The deer feels safe. The deers bring their babies. You know, my neighbor over there, he's got bees. We're in the process of getting some funding together for this lavender field that needs to go in, or that's going to go in. There's so much we can create, and this is what I'm learning and allowing myself to see and be. You know, as a musician, as a writer, and Bob Proctor talks about this, you step into that role. You are it because you are. And we have to do this open-heartedly. We have to do this open-mindedly. We have to do this that feels good. Abraham Hicks talks a lot about just get happy to be happy to be happy. Get ready to get ready. And I've listened to her solid for 3 years. And Bob and a lot of people. And I pound this stuff in my head. And it takes what it takes to allow that to come in and get rid of the old. It's the balancing. You know, the past is exactly what it is. It's past. It's not there. It's gone. It's memories stored in us like a computer. I've gratefully had the opportunity to go back through my life, all the way back to 2.5, somewhere around there. Cat's puking, it's all right. You probably had too many mice. But anyways, you all right, Diesel? He's good. It's just stuff like this, you know? Yeah, it's disgusting, but you know what? He's doing what he needs to do. And it's helping me put a smile on my face. So, lost a little train of thought here, but it's time to listen. It's time to listen to our inner beings. It's time to allow ourselves grace and forgiveness and peace and happiness. And just to be open, because when I feel open, I feel it. And I don't know how I lived 90% of my life so constricted. I have no idea how I even moved. And being able to unwind my roots like I have and get rid of what I don't need, what no longer exists, and nurture that inner seed, that inner child that we all are, and water that and let that come out. That's the creativity. That's the life force energy, you know. And we all have it. We all have it. I encourage you to educate yourself. We are what our thoughts are. We are what our thoughts become, these beliefs, and that becomes our reality. I've done it to myself over and over and over to know that. And and I think the whole world is coming down, and it's a light switch. It's a light switch inside me to be like, whoa. Or I'll think it's something outside of me I need, and then if that's, I need to be around somebody or something, that person will reflect that right back to me until I'm like, boom. Cut that cord, cut that old paradigm. This isn't yesterday, this is right now. You know what I'm saying? So, allow love